since I could remember, I stuttered. When I was younger, I would get picked on about it, and I would sit there as if I were a church mouse and not say a thing. One day, the teacher picked on me to read aloud to the class, and that one word wouldn't jump off of my tongue like a skydiver afraid of heights, BB, because the whole class started to laugh. I put my head down and tried to tune them out, but even when the laughter was over, I could still hear them giggling as if it was echoing off the walls over and over again. I continued to cry like we're Niagara Falls, and my tears, the water, making my navy blue uniform pants damp on my right thigh. As I got older, I started to stick up for myself. If anyone would pick on me, my fist would go across their face so fast it wouldn't make any sense. But through all the mocking, crying, and fighting, I've realized that not one single teacher said nor did a thing except for stating, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words may never hurt you. But how? How could this be true if words hurt me? How could this be true if kids as young as 8 are dreaming of suicide as some type of gateway to achieve being truly happy? How could this be true when middle schoolers are cutting their wrists to drain themselves of the worthlessness that those words make them feel? I'll take broken bones over being taunted. Drown in a sea full of you're worth nothing with no life preserver being thrown to save my lungs from being filled with just another disappointment. I'll even take broken bones over being happy. Because when you're happy, there's always that one person to drag you deeper into the quicksand you were almost out of, and that's why I questioned myself. I wondered if I could ever speak without the words struggling to get between my teeth. I wondered if I could ever be that little girl singing her ABCs without A, B, or C being repeated more times than requested. But then, one day, I stopped wondering, and I discovered that I'm amazing, I'm beautiful, I'm actually worth something. I discovered I'm the most awesome broken record that I know.
Yeah.
My name is TSP, that stands for The Stuttering Poet. That first poem I wrote is about, obviously, my speech impediment. I wrote that poem when I was 13, and it's still, y'all still love it to this day, you know what I'm saying? So this next poem I'm going to do, I do a lot of political pieces, so this next poem is one of my newer pieces.
New shit.
I could have before though, but you know.
I haven't heard it.
Like, do it again.
Right. This name, I actually forgot the name of it, but we're just gonna rock out.
Gotta make sure we record it.
Okay. I researched slave rebellions. The common denominator in failure, fellow enslaved person snitching. I guess that explains the saying, all skin folk ain't kinfolk, or snitches get stitches. The successes led with spirits protected by African traditional religion, bravery, and bloodshed. In these patterns, I realized when we organize, uprise, blood will fall. Many of our ancestors watered this soil with their blood, sweat, tears, fruit of their labor after enslavement could be seen, yet still out of reach. I watched this Malcolm X speech on the Black Revolution. He said, you haven't gotten a revolution without bloodshed, and you're afraid to bleed. I've always perceived my environment, seeing people grow in these streets, liquor, corner stores owned by foreigners, because redlining for them too was a thing. I peeped people in their eyes not owning a house on their block, but would die behind that intersection. I'm not trying to make you feel disrespected. Let's just get introspective.
Come on.
Yeah.
Committing consistent crimes because work ain't working, but this work will. Living in the United States of survival. Fighting each other over scraps when we could have a buffet, but someone keeps taking our food away and we blame each other. Arguing over the table our ancestors built, blood spilled on these blocks in vain is less revolution, more self-destruction. And we're programmed, going with it like NPC, which we can break through like NEO. Divide and conquer has been a loud whisper in American history. Democrats, Republican, religion, race, class, us, U.S. citizens clash, country not civil, constant small civil wars. In my rebellion research, I drifted into indentured servitude, made up of majority European immigrants. Some of them actually aided in these rebellions. Though they weren't slaves and had rights, they felt slavery wasn't right. However, that didn't last long. Colonizers did something to get them on their side, changing contracts, and coming up with the term white. Indentured servants stopped helping the enslaved to help enslave indentured servants stopped helping the enslaved to help enslavers. See how self-proclaimed allies switch up, claiming they were down, all lies, actions mimicking devil worshippers, sacrificing our lives for their rise. 2K25, the cycle repeats. We see who in office. And I always wonder why, because from European to U.S. history, it's been very clear that the higher tier never gave a fuck about poor whites, literally calling y'all trash, where we're constantly conquered by this divide. Fred Hampton was killed at 21 years young by the FBI. In a speech, he said, racism is an excuse for capitalism. Racism is a byproduct of capitalism. And this program be a product that we buy into, staying separated like open legs, getting fucked over and over again. The trap, divide and conquer. Capitalism, cheese. We, mice, falling victim to the same recycled system. We, the people, hold the power, yet envy, fear, greed takes power's place. At times it feels we'll always be divided in the United States.
Yes.
And Florida is actually called Divided States. I said that great. Let's go do two more for you guys. Something I realized, like being back in Philly. I was raised in Richmond, Virginia. I'm from Philly, but something that I realized is y'all love poems, and I'm not really a love poet. Y'all do low key, and I'm gonna lie, y'all do.
You don't do love poems, but like you ain't a poet. That's how they be acting here.
But I don't write love poems because I've never been in love. But this poem, people keep on doing me dirty. But this poem, this poem is about an ex of mine. We're dating from 16 to 22. He's the first one to do me dirty. The OG, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
This poem is called Picture Perfect. I haven't done this poem in so long. So
Okay, it's a classic. Let's go. Bring it back.
Okay. Our pictures portrayed an almost perfect, pretty polished love. We were cut from different cloths that complemented each other nicely. Photos of you embracing me flooded notifications. See, people loved us together. Your friends loved us together. My mother loved us together. However, behind the camera time, things were further from divine. The first 2 months were pretty fine until an argument arose. I said I didn't care about the conversation. Wanted to did the hour. I didn't care about the conversation. Wanted to did the hours of. I said I didn't care about the situation. Wanted to did the hours of conversation. That triggered you into contemplation, placing that Taurus to your temple, attempting to book the bullet, a one-way ticket to your mental. See, I was petrified. It happened 2 more times. I was traumatized. You apologized. Claimed it wouldn't occur again. Doubled back and it did, but I stayed. And prayed for you like I was trying to repent, asking God for a sign to solidify. We were meant, my energy diminished. To you it seemed to went, but I turned a blind eye like ignoring a crime. The follow months were a decline. You went through my phone at random times, had no trust, the reason why, except you knew I wasn't happy. Both of us weren't satisfied. Only you assumed I was being nasty. And I never tell a lie. Too many times you crossed the line. Every minute I was by your side, but I was crucified. Answer me why. See, I tried to tell my heart. See, I tried to trick my heart and my mind to think that everything was fine. Flashbacks came like all the time. I realized we weren't equally yoked. If I had to walk on eggshells around you, I constantly felt boxed in. And to you, I was just treasure. But if your love is the pressure that forms diamonds, then I'm not cut to shine with you. So I deleted the pictures from my timeline. It caught many by surprise. They asked me why. Because your friends loved us together. My mother loved us together. And everything just seemed so picture perfectly fine. Thank you. I got time for one more. This one is my butt.
Okay, my butt.
Yes, I actually have 4 copies left. I'm selling them for $15.
Only $15?
It actually was $25, but I realized there's a few typos in here, so y'all get to get like the raw version. You know? But this book is called Broken Record, and this last poem that I'm gonna do, I only did this poem one time. This was actually one of my favorite poems, but I never do it, and I don't even have it memorized. Crazy enough. This poem is called Digestible. And if you guys get a few questions, like your name's a stuttering poet, I'm not understanding, you're about to understand. After almost every poem, I'm presented by this statement. But you don't stutter. This sometimes leaves me feeling away, understanding you didn't witness the practice, hours of rehearsing pieces until my lungs turn none, breath gone as I struggle to get through sentences I scripted. My impediment isn't evident since I work to make myself more digestible for you. Understanding if I stuttered through my stanzas, you wouldn't sit through it, tune out, not getting the message intertwined between my lines plus impediments. Sometimes people look at me away, expect me to stutter on command like my neurological hiccup has a button, that I must be lying since I don't sound like the people that you would laugh at in school. I've outgrown it for the most part. And people ask me, well, why won't you just change your name then? Since you only see the surface, let me show you the soil that this grew from. From family thinking that something was mentally wrong with me, people thinking I'm lying when I speak, having to endure some verbal pain because we know how kids be, to recycling through speech therapists, they really truly cared about me. Getting low scores, judges couldn't juggle through my speech. I used to feel cursed. Ask God, why me? Now I know it's part of my purpose, so I wear it loudly. I keep my name for all the youth who inhabits an impediment so they can know that they are worthy of patience and being heard. So they can never silence their opinion when people won't listen. Communication will help to maneuver around these words. That's why my name, I'm never changing. The stuttering poet. Yes, I get frustrated with self, but I love the fact that I've come a long way. I hope this piece helps you peek into pieces of me. Understanding there are layers beyond what you perceive. Before I complete this piece, I have a question for you. If I did stutter throughout this poem, would you even make half the effort to listen to me? Thank you so much.
Yes, we will so
I'm also an SPSP Coca. I make music as well. If after 2 lines, after everybody do their pieces and stuff like that around 11, 12 o'clock, if y'all still out, I do have a fashion show after this. Is why I look like that, you know what I'm saying? And I will be rapping. So if y'all want to see me really, really rap, you know what I'm saying? Just check out that. Thank you so much. Have a good day.